Welcome, everybody, to another Goat Locker Racing broadcasting event here. We are with the Maple Ridge Racing Series, a brand new series for us on Wednesday nights, running the super late models. Got an 11 race season coming up. Glad everybody's tuned in. You just saw their intro video there. Should be a great night of racing here. This is the VT Sim Racer Race to the Ridge from New Smyrna Speedway. I'm going to get it, Jamie. Golly.
All
Too excited. Too excited.
right. Absolutely. I feel like it's been a long time coming to get this thing kicked off. Alex that runs this league had reached out to us several months ago about doing the broadcast for them, and it's finally here. So we're ready to get this going, and we'll be here every Wednesday for the next 11 weeks. See how this season unfolds.
Yeah, and I'm excited. I feel like a broken record sometimes when we talk about what we really enjoy broadcasting and the things we enjoy broadcasting, and to do some of these series. And I don't know that we've done some super late models, but this is the first official, real race season that's set up with super late models that we get to do. And these are some cool cars, man. And I am looking forward to see what these guys can do with them on some of these tracks. They've got a really cool schedule put together as well.
Yeah, they do. When I saw the schedule come out, I was really excited for it, especially kicking off here at New Smyrna. A few weeks ago, we saw this track for the first time. I believe it was with the Magic Monzo Super Street Stock Series that we do on Monday nights, and it looks like a really cool, fun racetrack to get around. So I hope it's going to lead to some good racing. Why don't we bring Alex up here and give him an opportunity to kick this broadcast off and talk about his league a little bit?
Absolutely, I like that idea a lot. So take a look at he's hanging out up there, and well, we have issue number one here with the broadcast. I do not have the rights to move people around within there, so hopefully Alex is listening or can move himself up into the broadcast booth. But if not, I guess we'll just hang around and talk a little bit more because I can't do the normal body snatching, Jamie.
Uh oh. Okay, we will have to get that addressed.
Uh, you know, uh, it's a brand new league, and
It is.
they've put a lot of time and effort and energy into getting this thing together. From building out their Facebook page to really putting the league together to getting some great drivers in here as well. You'll see a couple names that you recognize from some of the other leagues, like the original Rebels and Goat Locker. Jesse Necula is in here. We've got Ryan Pendleton as well. So it's kind of cool to see some of the crossovers continue to happen with drivers.
Yeah, it is, and made me feel good to see those guys want to come be part of this. We just threw it out there and said, "Hey, anybody interested in running super late models on Wednesday night? Here's a league you can join." And these guys took the opportunity and jumped on it. I'd like to think some of it is because they enjoy, being around us. So, thanks to thanks to Ryan and Jesse for coming on over and help bringing our brand over to Maple Ridge Racing Series.
Yeah, and now we got Alex up here in the booth, so we'll turn it over to you to talk about this new series.
Hey guys, thank you so much. We're excited to have Goat Locker Racing Series and wanted to say thank you to joining us this year. We're excited to partner. But yeah, we're going to be bringing the Maple Ridge Racing Series to everybody this year. We are sponsored by Vermont Sim Racer out of Burlington, Vermont. It's a really interesting venue, a really cool place. I would describe it as kind of a cross between a sports bar and a mini esports arena, if you will. So
Hmm.
they're our sponsor this year, and they're pretty new up here. So kind of adding a social element to, racing instead of just Discord and whatnot. So if you're in the area and want to check them out, they're about $25 a seat per hour, and they have all tracks and all vehicles, all the content on iRacing. So I would definitely check that out if anybody has a chance.
Wow, that sounds awesome. I need a place like that around here.
Yeah, we were really excited, and when I met Mike, who's the owner, I just kind of brought the idea up to him, and he was really jazzed about it. So we're excited to have them along for the ride this season, and hopefully it's a start of a good partnership, a long lasting one.
Well, we hope so too, and we're excited to be a part of it. We appreciate you having us a part of it. So we got to get down to it, Alex. Who's winning the race tonight?
Oof. Well, there is a theory out there that league owners should win every race. And, I'm partial to that theory. I can't say it's going to happen, judging by the conversation in the Discord. So I'm going to put my money on myself, but I know we have a couple real race car drivers in here tonight. And I know a few of these guys are really competitive. So we'll see what happens.
All right, man. Well, best of luck here this evening. We're excited to get this thing underway, and hopefully, we'll talk to you at the end of the race.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks again. We'll talk with you soon.
All right, good luck, my man.
That is pretty cool with that kind of sponsorship and all that. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I dig it. We've some guys at work actually have kicked that idea around. What I
Hmm.
thought that would work, and I was kind of like, I don't know, man. That seems really complicated, and not exactly sure how you pull it off. But obviously, somebody's doing it, and kind of gives me some ideas.
You know, Go Lockers Racing is going to do a lot of really cool things, and I kind of dig it. But moving on from there, we've got tonight's starting grid. Again, this is the VT Sim Racer Race to the Ridge here, and the new racing series from Maple Ridge. Taking the pole, the very first one for this series is Christopher Morrison at number 3 with a lap time of 17:9:59. So, outstanding job, Christopher. Congratulations. Starting to his outside is going to be Michael DeMonico in that number 25. Starting in third from Oval Addicts, Jesse Necula in that 84. Starting to his outside is going to be John Dickerman in the number 13 from JJ Racing. Starting in fifth is going to be Mario. Jamie, they know I'm bad with names, man. Why can't we have more Smiths?
I'm gonna
Akronani?
Ercolani. We'll go with that.
Dig it. In that number 41 entry. And then starting in sixth is going to be Ryan Pendleton in that number 23 entry.
All right, starting seventh, we got the 00, Joey Fernandez. Starting eighth, number 83, Robert Alley Jr. Starting ninth, number 22, Alex Marinelli. Starting 10th, number 76, Jared Audette. Starting 11th, number 77 from Simbox Racing, Doug Neal. Starting 12th, number 45, Joseph Mitchell. Starting 13th, number 12, Michael Warnay. Starting 14th, rounding out the field tonight, number 11, Jonathan Hancock.
It's good to see a lot of different sponsorships here. We see Michael Warnay, as you said, I'm going to go with that, Kryptonite Race Cars. Jonathan Hancock from JP's Sim Shed. Just Mitchell from Martin Sports. Doug Neal, as you mentioned, from Simbox Motorsports. I mean, it's kind of really cool to see some of these things.
Absolutely. It's a pretty cool collection of different, things that we've kind of heard of, but not really been too involved with. But, it's kind of a little surprised to see all this coming together for a brand new series like this. So hopefully it's going to make for a good show.
I hope so too. It's going to be a little bit short of a race here this evening, only 35 laps scheduled for tonight. As the season continues on, and I know they're still working on a couple different things, we'll expect some longer races, but for race number 1 here this evening, it's going to be 35 laps at New Smyrna Speedway tonight. Again, I'm with you, Jamie. I think we're going to see some exciting racing. These super late models are really cool cars, and I mean, I could close my eyes and just listen to them. I mean, they've got a really cool sound to them.
They do. And they look good too. Obviously, a lot of talented painters in this group. Cool looking cars.
And the green flag is out, and we are underway. Christopher Morse gets a great start there with 29 of Michael DeMonico is stayed real close to his outside. Jesse Necula down to the inside, and we are 2 by 2 all the way back through the field right now as they are racing door to door.
You can do that with these super late models. They're a handful on cold tires, but these things get heated up, and we should see this type of action over a whole night. As the 13 gets a little loose off of turn 2, he gathers it up though. Everybody stays together, and we stay under green.
Yes, we're still seeing a lot of great side-by-side battles, and the 3 car now finally clears the 29 car, and as the 29 comes to give him a little bit of a nudge, but everybody keeps it straight, and now Christopher Morse has taken control of this race.
29 carrying those Davey Allison colors.
Yeah, that is a really cool looking It always throws me off a little bit when you see some of those throwback paint schemes, and then I'll tell you, that 29 is Kevin Harvick. Just the way those numbers look and everything, that's old school.
Absolutely.
That's old school Kevin Harvick.
Yes, but that paint scheme, well, in my heart, it's Ernie Irvin, but I know for everybody else in the NASCAR world, that's Davey Allison's paint scheme. So we'll definitely let him have that.
As we have now, yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say the top 4 have now gotten single file. Ryan Pendleton's moved his way up into that 4th position in that goat locker entry there, the number 23. Good to see a good, strong start to this race for Ryan.
That has been a really good start to this race. A lot of great door-to-door action there to start it off, but cars are now getting single file here a little bit, kind of sorting out what lines they want to run. Definitely looks like the low line is going to be the predominant line.
Oh, absolutely. We will see once get some tire wear going if that upper line doesn't open up and allow some guys to try to make some moves to the outside there. But I'm really impressed here with these guys being a brand new series, first race, turning their first laps, and I mean we've gone green for the first 8 so far. Everybody's really been minding their P's and Q's. It's real easy on these opening races of seasons, whether you're new league or not. It's real easy for guys. Oh, and Jesse Necula gets loose, rides the wall,
and it's upside down.
Caution is out.
He is still on his roof right now, JB. He's definitely going to have to tow that car back. We'll have to go back and take a look there exactly what happened. It looked like he got loose and tried to catch it, and it snapped the other direction on him, and we'll catch it right here in slow motion. And yeah, he tries to catch it, almost has it, and then jumps up on the wall. Looks again like he's got it sorted out, but back up into the wall, and that time it flips the car over on its lid, and well, Jamie, that's where he came to rest, was on the roof of his car. So, not the way you want to start the race off.
No, it's not. And I'm going to tell you, I think that last move was Jesse's effort to try to keep his car up out of the way of the rest of the field. And it looks like most everybody was able to get by that unscathed. Just unfortunate for Jesse to end up upside down. Sure, he's probably going to have to tow, and with only a 35-lap race, that is not going to bode well for his chances tonight.
Yeah, he absolutely had to tow back to the pits, so he's going to have to wait out that tow time. And I know they got one fast repair. I know they operate on 60% fuel and one fast repair. I don't know that the 60% fuel is going to come into play tonight. I don't know that that'll force a pit stop on such a short track,
Right.
and only 35 laps here tonight.
Well, 35 was not the scheduled distance. I know there was some technical difficulties with the session, getting it started, and adjustments had to be made. So it was supposed to be scheduled for 50, and at 6% fuel with a super late model, yeah, that would probably be forcing a fuel stop. So, but at 35 laps, no, they probably will not have to make pit stops tonight.
So, first caution of the evening here, and it really was just a single car accident. It was Jesse Necula in that 84 car. Gets loose, tries to catch it, and I agree with you, Jamie. I think that was Jesse, being the stand-up driver that he is, just trying to keep his car out of everybody else's way, and it just decided to climb that outside wall.
Yeah, and he climbed it once, and then the second time it just didn't forgive him. So
No, it
flipped
didn't.
him over, but
It flipped him on his lid.
yeah, sure did. But so we're under caution for the first time tonight, completing 14 laps of the scheduled 35. It's going to bring Ryan Pendleton up into 3rd place in that 23 car. As the cars are now getting lined up side by side as lights are off on the pace car, as we get ready to get back to green flag racing here. I'd like to give a shout out. We got Chad Bassett hanging out with us tonight.
Nice. Good to have Chad in the crowd with us.
Got the call, good run by Chad Bassett earlier this week on Monday night at Charlotte in the street stocks. He had a good run going.
And we are back under green one more time, and the 3 car gets a great start one more time. Michael DeMonico in that number 29 car gets cleared. Well, I say cleared in the 13 puts the nose to the outside. So we're going to see one more time if that outside line is going to do anything here. As John Dickerman is going to try it out. Oh, he gets loose. Almost has it saved. And that is going to pile a few cars in here. So it looks like Alex Marinelli was caught up into that as well. And a few other cars. So that is definitely going to bring us back under caution here. And we'll take a look at it from Alex's point of view and what exactly happened. As we're going to see him come up into the race here. And cars are just going to be all over the place. And not a whole lot anybody can do when it's a parking lot like that. And we'll go back up front and take a look at it from Robert Alley Jr.'s perspective. And again, cars are around everywhere and not a lot guys could do about it. And from John Dickerman's point of view, we're going to see him go off into the corner here, and it just gets loose on him, and you can see him get out of the throttle as we see the flames shoot out the tailpipe there. But when you got a car up at the front of the pack like that, I mean, not a lot that these other drivers could do. Some drivers were checking up in the back and got back together, so brings out our next caution here, but it looks like some of these guys are getting those cars fixed up. And we'll get back underway here. If you ever wanted to know what it looked like behind the wheel of one of these super late models, we'll take you for a pace lap with our race leader of Christopher Morris. And you can see, I mean, they're pretty simple cars. There is not a whole lot of room within the the actual cabin of these cars, so it's some tight racing, and you'll also probably kind of notice a little bit too. If you're looking through the windshield of a truck or a Xfinity car, even a Cup car, you've got a much wider view. But it's pretty narrow inside these, Jamie.
Yes, it is. We're not going to go so far as to say it's as bad as a Tour Modified, but yes, your visibility is pretty limited in these cars.
We take a look at it from the roll bar point of view, and you can just see there's. I agree. I mean, we're not going to say it's as bad as a Tour Modified, because a Tour Modified is like racing with an eye patch on. It's tough, but just kind of a cool view there under caution, so everybody kind of gets a feel for what these drivers are experiencing behind the wheel of these super late models.
And the lights are off once again on the pace cars. Field lines up side by side. We will have 15 laps to go once we get back to green flag racing here.
Hopefully these guys can get everything kind of sorted out here a little bit. We can get back to some of the great green flag racing we were seeing. But we have 15 laps left here to go in the Race to the Ridge at New Smyrna Raceway, and we are back underway. The 3-car again gets a great start there. The 29 really sends it in there. The 00 kind of sent it in there as well of Joseph Fernandez. As guys are trying to make up some spots here on these restarts.
Absolutely. And the 23 is going to get, the 29 is going to settle in behind the 3. And Ryan Pendleton, the 23, is able to clear the 00, so he holds on to the 3rd position as Joey Fernandez settles into 4th behind him.
Looks like most of the field right now is getting single file as the laps continue to tick away here. And again, this is a Wednesday night heat race. Short race here, so these guys are giving it everything they got to get up front, as there's not a whole lot of time left here tonight.
Yeah, Michael D'Amico is definitely looking to me like somebody that's wanting to get his car into the lead. He is all over the bumper to 3 right now, putting a lot of pressure on Christopher Morse.
Oh, he gets a little bit of loose coming out there, but he is going to continue to hound our leader, who has led this race the entire time, Christopher Morse in the number 3 car. Ryan Pendleton on that 23 is closing up on the back bumper of that 29 as well, and the 00 continues to make ground up, running a little bit different of a line. He's definitely getting the corners deeper as the 29 now sticks a nose out there to let him know that he's there. Not able to quite make the move as of yet.
I'm really impressed with the patience I'm seeing though from the 29. I mean, he could have already moved to 3 out of his way a couple different times here, but so far he hasn't done that. Now laps are dwindling down, so we'll see how long that patience holds out.
As we're seeing the tires heat up one more time in the 3 car, ever so slightly starting to inch away here. So I don't know how much equipment the 29 car had to use there to stay there. But we're seeing that 3 car slightly pull away here as we're coming up on 8 laps left to go in the VT Sim Racer Race of the Ridge. Thanks again for everybody that's joining us on the Goat Locker Racing Network. This is the Maple Ridge Racing Series, brand new series, and it's been a lot of fun tonight.
It has very competitive racing. I've had a couple cautions, but overall the racing has really been fantastic.
Yeah, for a brand new league, and these drivers probably really learning how each other drives for the first time here tonight. And on a, this isn't an easy short track here. Not a whole lot of banking in these corners, so they're really having to wheel these cars. So I'd agree with you, Jamie. This has been some really good racing.
We have 5 laps remaining.
As we continue to watch our leaders here. Again, the 3 car continues to pull out ever so slightly here. We got the lap car of the 22 as these guys work the way around. We're going to have to see is, again, we've got 5 laps left to go here, so if somebody's going to make a move on the 3 car, it's going to have to be soon.
And as you say that, no sooner the words come out of your mouth, and Michael D'Amico looks like he is closing back in on that bumper of Christopher Morse, and he has Ryan Pendleton right in tow. The top 3 have kind of separated themselves now, opened up a little bit of a gap over Joey Fernandez.
Yeah, we're seeing Michael D'Amico take a little bit different line. He is entering the corners about a half lane up, really trying to diamond that car down to get good drive off. We're going to have to see if that plays out because we are coming up on 2 laps left to go here. Closes back in again, JB. He's really going to have to power that car up if he's going to, and he really makes up a lot of ground in the center quarter there.
He sure does, and they've kind of now, he's opened a little bit of a gap on Ryan Pendleton, but Ryan's hanging right in there. If these two get to fighting over this lead, Ryan's going to be there to take advantage of it.
Oh, and he gives him a little nudge there in the center of 1 and 2. So we're going to have to see down here in 3 and 4 if he's going to have anything for Christopher Morris here tonight. He is
looking like it. Christopher Morris going to come over and take the checkered flag, and is going to be the winner. Very first Maple Ridge Racing Series race here at New Smyrna. And the VT Sim Racer Race for the Ridge.
Yeah, great racing up front. A lot of patience up there, too. I agree with you. Michael D'Amico could have turned him at any point in time, but like a good sportsmanship and a great racer, he's patient with it. Comes home in second place, but I think if the race, had some more laps to it, he might have been able to do something with him.
Absolutely. But, hats off to these guys. Tremendous job by everybody in this field. Really competitive race. It was a fun race to watch. I kind of wish we could have stuck to the scheduled 50 laps that was supposed to be for, because I sure definitely could watch another 15 laps of that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Is 3 car trying to put on a show here. He's got some good donuts going on. I think he wanted to kind of walk it down the front stretch here, and saves it from hitting the wall there. So as these guys get everything sorted out, and he gets the victory donuts done and all that stuff, we're going to really have to figure out how we're going to move people up into the broadcast booth there, Jamie.
Yes, absolutely. That's going to be a little bit difficult. Going to have to get a hold of Alex here.
Yeah, we'll get everything sorted out here.
Are you seeing them in the waiting room?
I see Chris Morse Jr., but again, like I said, I do not have the ability to move people around here, so if we can just communicate with Alex, we can get our post-race interviews done here. I suppose if we don't get anybody in the booth soon, I'm gonna have to start singing or something. I mean,
Oh, let's don't do that.
yeah, we can't have just dead air time, Jamie.
Hey, Mama Ellingson, thanks for joining us. You get to catch the end of that. That was pretty good race they put on here. It ended up being quite a bit shorter than what we expected, but that's okay. Got some things to overcome for this inaugural season, but we'll get there.
We're working on it. No, don't go to Victory Lane. Just come to the broadcast booth.
I don't know that they can get in.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll talk to Alex afterward and get all this sorted out for our viewers. I know a lot of people probably tuned in to watch this race that are fans of the drivers here this evening, and hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast and all that stuff. And we'll work through a couple things here, but I do see some guys down here in the Victory Lane. So
Yes, they are.
and Alex
Trying.
has joined us up in the booth. So Alex, how do we work this one out? We either need to grab permission to be able to move people around, or
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Should have. Hold on one second.
oh, wait, hey, now I think I actually have moved. Nope, I don't.
All right. Does that work for you guys?
Hang on. No, sir. I still can't move them. But I mean, we'll hang out with you. I mean,
All right. Well, yeah, I would love for you guys to chat.
I mean, you can.
oh, wait a minute.
Well, get Ryan. We got Ryan up here, our third place finisher. We'll start with him.
Oh. Hey, Ryan, Pat, and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I mean, that was a lot of fun racing. Saw you guys really be able to run some side by side, watch you work your way up through the field a little bit, up 3 spots from where you actually started. So take me through your race here tonight and how you actually came home in third place.
Yeah, no, that was a blast. Appreciate Maple Ridge for putting this league on. I know it's new. It was a ton of fun. I don't have a lot of experience with these super late models. Kind of tough to pass on short tracks. There's a couple wrecks there, but yeah, real tight wheel-to-wheel racing. It was a good time.
Yeah, Ryan, man, you looked good out there. I was really impressed with how you handled that race, and you made some evasive action to avoid those wrecks. So, are you going to be able to make the full schedule with this league?
Unfortunately, with my schedule, I won't. There's definitely gonna be a couple races I'm gonna miss, but I'll definitely be here every chance I can.
Awesome, man. Glad to see you come over and get into this and carry that Goat Locker banner on the side of that car, man. Looked awesome out there. So, anybody you need to thank? Shout out sponsors.
Yeah, just once again, Maple Ridge for putting this league on. It was a ton of fun. I know it was the first night, so I'm sure it's going to get better and better. And then obviously you, Pat and Jamie, for broadcasting and letting me know this league was happening, and all the Goat Locker guys. I know Jesse was in here racing, so everyone over at Goat Locker. And then I got Cruising Classics performance on the car. If you need anything hot rod related, buying, selling, or souping up your own, Cruising Classics in Columbus, Ohio is the place to be. So that's it.
Awesome, man. Well, great race tonight. Hope to see you out here some more. Definitely see you tomorrow night in the Goat Locker Racing Series, man. But congratulations on the third place finish tonight, Ryan.
Hey, appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, man. So we're going to do this in backwards order here. So that means we get to talk to Michael D'Amico. So, hey, Michael, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. You guys got me?
Yes, sir. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Let's start there.
D'Amico.
D'Amico.
I think someone said Delmonico. I thought of a steak at first, but that's okay.
Well, I mean, that is. And I am a steak lover. So, well, now you just goofed me up. Say it again.
D'Amico.
D'Amico. All right. Now I got it. Well, I mean, a great first race for this series here tonight. You guys put on a whale of a show. Saw you battling up front. And really, a couple times there, thought you had something for Christopher Morris. But congratulations on the second place finish. So to kind of take me through your race here this evening and what you needed to do to be able to pass that 3 car.
I would say probably about the middle of the race, I started to get good runs off the turns. I started to catch Chris a lot better than I was previously. I stayed in third gear the entire time. I thought I had him at the end. I put the bumper to him a couple times, but I didn't want to take him out. I would say if we had another 15 laps, who knows what would have happened. Overall, it was a great race.
Yeah, Michael, you just took the words right out of my mouth, man. You guys put on a good show. It was very impressive for this being the first night of a brand new league. As I said earlier in the broadcast, even, seasoned leagues, their first night of every new season tends to be a little bit rough. But, man, the whole field did a really good job of, for the most part, keeping this race really clean. So hats off to all you guys. It looked like it was, it looked great watching it. I'm sure it was a lot of fun down there on the track. So what's your plans for this league? Are you going to be able to make the whole season, or are you part-time? What's the deal?
Oh, absolutely. I'll be here every Wednesday night.
Well, right on, man. Well, hopefully we'll get to talk to you a lot more as the season goes on. Going to talk to the top 3 each and every week. So I got a feeling we'll be talking to you soon again. Is there anybody you need to thank? Shout out, sponsors?
I just have to thank Alex and whoever else at Maple Ridge Racing Series to put this on. He approached me about it a couple months ago. I saw him post something on Facebook. I'm in. I've never done league racing before, and this is a hell of a lot of fun. You know what? We owe it all to him for putting this on, and then everyone else in this race for putting on a great show.
Well, man, congratulations on that second place finish. You guys did. I mean, you put on a hell of a show tonight, and definitely looking forward to being a part of it every Wednesday night. And like Jamie said, I'm sure we'll be talking to you a lot more.
Yeah, sounds good. Looking forward to New Hampshire next week.
Outstanding, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, now it's time to talk to our race winner, that number 3 car, Christopher Morris. Hey, Chris, it's Pat and JB up at the booth. You got a copy?
I got you. How you guys doing?
Well, not nearly as good as you, man.
It was a fun race.
You went out there and put a whooping on them tonight. Led every lap here this evening. Definitely had some challenges from a couple different cars, but every time anybody would come up and challenge you, you'd be able to hold them off. So what was it about this car track combination that really clicked, and how you were able to get such a dominating win here this evening?
Yeah, it's funny. It's my first time not driving this car, but my first time racing it, and it's my first time racing at this track, other than about half an hour's worth of testing here yesterday when I bought it. So I didn't really know what to expect. It's loose. It's hard to drive. I'm used to driving the '87 NASCAR cars. This is nothing like it. I'm kind of just surprised. Michael drove me real clean. I think he had the fastest car. It's a really short race. You can tell he didn't want to wreck me, and I appreciate that. So I mean, as long as I can hold the bottom, which the car seemed to do, you downshift down into third, get a good run off. It makes it really hard to pass. If I would have started third or fourth, I probably would have finished there.
Hey, Christopher, man, congratulations on the win. You are the first winner in Maple Ridge Racing Series. Very young history. So congratulations. You'll have that title forever. So again, as I've asked everybody else, what's your plans for this series? Are you going to be here each and every week, or are you part-time? What's the deal?
Commit to doing it every week. I mean, you never know. It's a pretty short season, so I can't imagine anything will get in the way. But if I do miss a race, it won't be planned. I'm going to try to go out and win this championship. I appreciate Alex for putting it on. It's a really unique idea. And yeah, I mean, if the rest of the season goes like this, I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun.
No doubt, man. That could be 11 wins for you if they go like this. So
Oh my goodness.
I expect we'll be talking to you more down the road here. And again, congratulations on being the first winner. Anybody you need to thank? Shout out, sponsors.
Yeah, I don't have them on the car tonight. I didn't have a lot of time to whip up a paint scheme because I kind of forgot I didn't have one for this car. Like I said, I don't run it a lot, but I'd like to thank my buddy Zach Onson. He runs the Hijinks company. Check those guys out. It's a clothing line. They got some pretty cool, unique stuff going on up there. They're pretty new. But he supports me in pretty much everything I do. So hopefully next week we'll have him on the car.
Well, awesome, man. Congratulations on the win. I'm sure we'll be talking to you a lot here in the future, man. But get out there and celebrate, man.
I certainly hope so. And hey, thanks for broadcasting. It's always cool to find new people doing this and to have people, get their name out there. And I didn't get to watch it tonight, but I'm going to go try to find it, and we'll check it out.
Well, hey, man, we're on Twitch, YouTube, and it was put on the Maple Ridge Facebook page as well. So you got 3 opportunities to find it. And on Twitch and YouTube, we're Goat Locker Racing. So make sure you
Boom,
give us a
perfect.
follow, or if you can subscribe, that'd be great. So look forward to talking to you again soon, man.
We're gonna go do that right now. Thank you guys.
All righty.
All righty. Well, what an awesome night of racing. I mean, that was a lot of fun, and we'll bring up the final results here from the VT Sim Racer Race to the Ridge. New Smyrna. Is it Smyrna? Smyrna? Jamie, you're best with pronouncing stuff.
It's Smyrna.
Smyrna.
New Smyrna.
All right.
Yeah.
We should probably go through this stuff before a race, shouldn't we?
Well, yeah.
All
Probably.
All right. But a lot of great racing here this evening. I think both of us were a little curious of what this was going to look like coming into it. And man, that was some really good racing.
It was. I feel like a broken record here, but I was expecting a lot worse. I don't say worse.
Yeah.
It was really good. I was expecting it to not be good. I'll just say that. How about that? Usually these first races, again, they're filled with cautions. Guys just not being familiar with each other, and it just leads to incidents that you won't see. A few races into a series. So this is a whale of a start. I don't think Alex could have hoped for a better race than what he got here tonight to kick this season off. It was competitive, a lot of green flag racing. It just doesn't get any better. I don't know. Maybe if it was at night.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it would have been better at night. I don't know.
I think it'd been better with more goat locker paint schemes out there, but that's just me.
Well, we had a good showing. We had, Ryan's in the field representing the Goat Locker team.
Yes, sir.
We had Doug Neal in the 77 had a Goat Locker emblem on his car, and Alex in the 22 he had Goat Locker decals on his as well. So Goat Locker was well represented tonight. So we appreciate everybody that did that for us, and can't wait to get back out here next week at New Hampshire and watch them do it again.
Yeah, I absolutely. And all the support and the community that we've built has allowed us to do a lot of different things, to go out there and help support other veteran organizations and do all the things that we do in veteran-owned businesses. So it is awesome to be a part of Maple Ridge Racing Series. But as we look at tonight's results here, Christopher Morris does take home the win here tonight in that number 3 entry. As we talk to a couple of these guys here, and Michael D'Amico in that number 29 car had an outstanding evening. And then rounding out our podium and our for tonight was Ryan Pendleton at number 23. So it was great to see him running up front all night long in that goat locker entry. But a lot of great, our biggest mover of the night was Jared. Go ahead, Jamie. Jared Audette was Jared Audette. I mean, he started back in 10th position, finished up in 6th position, so moved up 4 spots from where he had started. And some great runs throughout the field. Doug Deal, coming home in 8th in that 77. Started in 11th, so there's some great runs there. But Alex, brother, we got to call you out, man. You said you were going to win tonight, and you finished the last car on the lead lap, or actually one lap down. Do I win a bet? Did I win a bet? I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know, but we did just pick up a new follower, so we appreciate that from JD Cast. Thank you so much for that follow.
No, I absolutely. Oh, yep, and there goes the music in the background there. So, again, a lot of great racing here this evening. Really, really enjoyed it. We'll bring up the schedule here, and we talked about it early in the race, but when you guys see it, you're going to be like, yeah, that is going to be a fun schedule in these super late models. So, next week, as we've talked about, we head to New Hampshire, a track that I really, really enjoy. Then we're going to head off to Bristol. Well, that's a track you really enjoy, Jamie.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're going to go to Martinsville, which I enjoy. And then Iowa, I think we both do, but I really love Iowa as well. Phoenix, we'll head to Phoenix and the Nashville Fairgrounds. And what's really cool about what they're doing is the 8th race of the season. The league's going to vote on it. I don't think the vote has closed yet, or they've decided. So we're all going to wait to see what the race on September 29th is going to be. And then on October 6th, they're going to start a 3-race playoffs, and we'll see what tracks they choose for that. So a lot of, these first 7 races are going to be a lot of fun. Some great tracks that they chose for these super late models.
Absolutely. And I put my vote in if it counts for anything. I put my vote in for 5 flags. So I don't see how you run a super late model series and not run at 5 flags. The Snowball Derby, that's the biggest super late model race in the country. You got to get your series out on that track. So that's my vote. Don't know if that counts or if anybody else cares or not about it, but I think they need to run 5 flags.
Alex, you heard it here first. Championship race. I say the championship race has got to be at 5 flags.
There you go. I guess you're right. I didn't realize the playoffs tracks hadn't been set yet. So definitely, yeah, 5 flags, make it the championship.
So, Alex, you heard it here first. We're calling it. Championship race has to be at 5 Flags Speedway, or, well, quite honestly, we quit. No, but for everybody at the Maple Ridge Racing Series, man, you guys really put on a show tonight. We appreciate you allowing us to be a part of it. For everybody that tunes into the Goat Locker Racing Network, appreciate everybody who does. The new subscribers, the guys that tuned in to watch the Maple Ridge. Again, our motto here is built by veterans for veterans, and we go out there and support a lot of different iRacing leagues and different veteran-owned businesses and nonprofits and so a lot of great things going on. So we do appreciate all the support and all our great sponsors like Jam Printing and Promotions and Gill Insurance Advisors, G2G Trailers, Travis Lee Creative, Tracks for Vets, and we've been talking to Veterans 48 here as of recently, and I kind of let you plug that one, Jamie.
Yeah, Veterans 48. Hopefully this Friday I will be able to get an opportunity to go actually sit down and talk with them. They're a really neat organization, a nonprofit out of Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Their goal, what they're about, is modifying motorcycles, namely, I guess, 48 panheads. They're modifying these things so that they can be ridden by wounded and disabled veterans. I posted a post on the Goat Locker Racing Facebook page that kind of showed a little bit about what they do to the bikes to make them rideable for disabled veterans. So if you feel like it, check it out. And there's also a link on there, a post about the contest that they're in right now. They're trying to win an opportunity to build a bike with Paul Sr. from Orange County Choppers. I think they've fallen to third place, so they really could use some help. It doesn't cost you anything, just your Facebook login. You cast your vote. You can cast one vote a day for free. So if you've got the time, shoot them a vote. They would appreciate it. We would appreciate it. Hopefully, we can help these guys win and get themselves on the map. It's always tough as a new nonprofit to really get your feet under you and get going to do what you want to do. We feel the pain here with starting Go Locker Racing, and we're not even a nonprofit. We feel the pain of the struggle of getting things started, and you're always wanting more than what you're getting right now. So definitely, if you can help these guys out, it would definitely go a long way. So that's our pitch for Veterans 48. Check them out.
Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, we definitely feel their pain. We will always help out where we can help out. But thanks again to everybody that tunes into the Goat Locker Racing Network and to everybody at the Maple Ridge Racing Series. A lot of great racing still to come this week. Tomorrow night we'll be at the Nashville Fairgrounds in the Goat Locker Truck Series for the series finale. So we will crown a champion tomorrow in our very first season, and then Friday night, round 2 of the round of 8 in the playoffs in the Goat Locker Racing Extreme Xfinity Series. Friday night, we will be calling the Magic Monzo's ARCA Series, so be sure to tune in for that because that's always a good time. And then Sunday, we'll be behind the wheel of the trucks in the Rebel Series. So a lot of great racing coming up, a lot of great ways to check us out and support us. But thanks to everybody that tuned in, and we will see you all tomorrow.